Today's coverage of the Rolex 24 at Daytona is brought to you by Rolex, the watch of champions the world over, and by Porsche, what only a Porsche brings to driving.
A moment of jubilation and no doubt great relief. One savored by few and hoped for by so many, and boy, are they eating it up right now as they make the turn and try and bring that car into victory circle at Daytona for the conclusion of the Rolex 24 at Daytona. You see the checkered flag patterned on the ground. They're there, and boy, did they earn it. They had such a tough go in terms of just some niggling problems that they stayed after. They dropped out of the lead. They dropped well back, but they had the pace and they had the discipline to come back and then led comfortably with the onset of the problems by the number 37 Lola Judd, and just plain brought it home and in absolute awesome style there.
Yeah, I mean, to go in that winner's circle is a very spectacular moment for you, because it's something you've been praying and hoping will happen, and you just get in there and the atmosphere is just electrifying and the adrenaline's gone. Suddenly it's all over. Anticlimax, unbelievable.
But the energy's still alive down there, and Calvin's right down amongst it. Cal?
Well, the drivers have gone absolutely crazy down here. Didier Tays, the second victory for you here at the Daytona 24 hour, and this has to be special with this combination. That was really much an unknown, and you guys came here prepared and you brought it home.
Yeah, especially with not much testing before, only the January test, and I mean, again, Kevin and his crew, they always does a good job, and it showed today.
Absolutely. Let's get a word here with Max and Mauro. Mauro, congratulations, your second victory here too. How does it feel?
It's fantastic, because when you win the first time, it's wonderful, but the second time you know how difficult it is to win this race. And we had a brand new car, an engine which we didn't know if it could finish the 24 hours, but the Judd proved that it can finish brilliantly at 24 hours if you respect it and if you drive as you have to drive. And I have to say that everything is fantastic, and I think that Freddie, he really achieved what we were looking to achieve a couple of years. The third year we can make it, and I am really very happy for us, but for Freddie too.
Let's speak to Freddie. Freddie, what a performance. How emotional was it for you on that last lap as you took the checkered flag here for the 24?
Well, I was almost driving like in a dream, you know. It can only be a dream. It's so good, you know. No, I'm really absolutely.
Freddie, we have a present. We've got a present.
And Max is ready to hand the trophy over. Max, how important is this one for you? You came so close a few years ago, and having a change here in the kart series, you got to feel good about this, mate.
I'm so happy. You know, this is the greatest win of my career. You know, I waited so long. Daytona is really good to me. I love to be here.
This is where Mad Max was born here back in 1996. It really established his career here in the United States, and he was really trying to make it happen here this year, and he thought he had a great chance with the team that Kevin put together, and what a performance by all four of those guys. There you see him, thumbs up, 2 for Mauro, 2 for Didier, and 1 each for Freddie and Max.
We're going to take you through the entire full field of results here from this 40th anniversary Rolex 24 at Daytona. And while we're letting everybody take a look at that, gentlemen, some final thoughts about this race. You were talking about it, that this was, I think, David, a more representative finish in the sense that SRP, the prototypes, have now come back into their own.
Yeah, I thought today was really a pretty classic 24-hour race. Anytime you can win with a margin of victory of less than about 4 or 5 laps, or around about 4 or 5 laps, that's pretty close at the end of 26 or 2700 miles of racing. Good race, I thought, today.
Derek, your thoughts? I mean, there was so much into this one.
Well, that was the thing. There was so much happening the whole way through. As a driver, you never know all that lot's happening when you're out there actually in it. But it was outstanding just to watch the way these guys, the teams, the mechanics, everybody put so much together to bring the car back on the road, you know, with such a variety of classes. And some of the driving was bad, but there's so much great driving out there.
And once again, it was a matter of simple survival in so many cases. And I'll tell you what, this entire field did an absolutely amazing job. And we saw the finishes. And I can't say enough about the SRP2 category. Those guys, the laps they were turning, their top 3 finish, that's a class on the rise.
I think that's one of the things that made this such a great race. The SRP2 cars were right up there. The GTS Jaguar was right up there. And, of course, the 66 GT car was right there. You had all your top classes really congregated in about the top 20 laps, which really, as I say, after 2,700 miles of racing, is pretty good, especially when you think of the potential speed difference between the SRP and the GT car, for instance.
Absolutely. It was an absolutely remarkable day, and we take a look at some of the highlights from this event. We want to remind everybody that, of course, in the past few years, Speed Vision has set the standard for coverage of motorsports. Well, we are very proud to be a part of the fact that as we relaunch as Speed Channel, that bar will be raised. There will be more extensive coverage of more of the best from the world of motorsports on Speed Channel. So, for David Hobbs, for Derek Bell, for Guy Hobbs, and for Calvin Fish down in the pits doing such great work, both of them, I'm Greg Creamer. We look forward truly and very proudly to being with you and spending a lot of time with you in the future as we bring you the best of motorsports on Speed Channel. Until then, take care, everybody.